Hey everybody, we're at the Boozy Pig today, and Realtors gotta eat. Hello and welcome. I'm Dave, this is my brother George. Of course, we're Capote Group and Realtors Gotta Eat. Today we went to the Boozy Pig. I don't know if you guys have heard of this place.
Interesting
but
place.
It's a very interesting place. It's a butcher shop slash cafe, restaurant, whatever you want to call it. They make their own meats. They make their own cuts. They sell. If it's meat related, they sell it there.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's and high-end meats. These are all special beef that they buy from the Midwest. And I was talking to the guy because we're, not only are we Cuban sandwich connoisseurs, we're meat eaters as well.
Yeah.
So I had to have
Carnivores.
that conversation.
Carnivores. Yeah.
Anyway, so
what's interesting about their Cuban, they call it the mixto sandwich. They make their own smoked ham. They make their own salami.
look at the layout.
They
of this
make
thing.
their own roast pork. Everything is made in-house. The only thing he buys, I think,
Wow.
is the Swiss cheese and the mustard.
Yeah, this looks
and,
good.
and the bread.
This looks really good. Nicely pressed. This could be a notch above their norm because we did tell them who we were, and made it clear that the sandwich was going to be the star of the show.
I've eaten there before, and they have an amazing BLT, and this is right up there with that. So
Yeah.
I think this is just the way they make it.
Well, we're going to find out in a minute here.
I mean, you can see all the layers there, that delicious pork. I mean, it just looks fabulous. What
This
are
is
you thinking?
interesting. One of the things is they actually make the ham. Do they make the salami as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It has a little different flavor profile. It's interesting. The pork, it's the seasoning in here. It's a little different. It's like you have to. It looks like an acquired taste. I mean, it's great, but it seems like it doesn't have that Cuban sandwich flavor that you get from.
Yeah,
Right?
It doesn't taste
Right?
like your ordinary Cuban. It doesn't taste like your ordinary Cuban. And unfortunately, a lot of Cubans are very similar. Same bread from La Segunda. The salami.
This is
They get-
interesting, and it grows on you. This second bite is
But,
much better than the first because
This
now
is
I'm
all
used to it. Yeah.
handmade. This is all handmade meats and stuff.
Well,
Their own flavoring, their own spice concoction that I'm sure they created.
this reminds me of one we've done recently at a barbecue place down the road here, where they don't even use salami. I think they use
Bologna. I think.
bologna instead, and their own ham and it's kind of the pork is almost like a barbecue version. So this is not in the same category of the traditional or even the Tampa version of the Cuban with the basic ingredients. But this is actually interesting, and it's actually a good sandwich.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I watch.
I'm liking this one.
I watch some, those culinary shows,
Yeah.
and sometimes they give people like a plain dish, and then they tell them to up it a notch, make it a little more fancier, I guess you would say. I've seen it with mac and cheese, and people putting lobster in it, trying to make it better. And I think this is a form of this. They gave them the Cuban, and they said, step it up a little bit.
Yeah. Kind of their personalized version of a Cuban. Actually,
Yeah.
it's This is actually closer to a Cuban than the barbecue place that we
for
did a
sure.
review on last time. That
For
was
sure.
just barbecue, which is a little
Yeah,
different.
I mean, they had bologna, and then it had brisket,
Brisket. That was
and
brisket.
then
Yeah.
some pulled pork. So it was a completely different sandwich. This has all the correct ingredients. They're just homemade ingredients.
Well, and yeah, the flavor profiles just would change
Yeah.
it, but it's actually a great sandwich.
It's not that traditional Cuban mojo taste.
Exactly.
They use different spices in this.
So I guess
in
the
this
bottom
baby.
line is if you guys are Cuban sandwich lovers and you're looking for something a little different, the Boozy
Check out
Pig,
the Boozy Pig on
right,
Cypress,
right down here in
South
Cypress
Tampa.
and Tampa. All
So
right,
what do you
guys.
think?
Well,
What are we gonna give it?
I'm thinking this is maybe an 8 because it's actually a good sandwich.
Yeah, it is a good sandwich.
It doesn't compare to a traditional Cuban and some of the other ones we've tasted, but I think it's a great sandwich.
I think it is. I think
So
it's a
based
good
on
sandwich.
that, I'm going to take it over 8. What are you thinking?
Like you said, it grows on you. I've had a couple
Yep.
of bites, and now I'm thinking about it.
Well,
I think I want a couple more.
here's the deciding factor. We're going to be done filming here in a second, and we're going to end up having a sandwich for lunch. We got a couple that we've tasted this morning, so we'll see which one we end up having for lunch, and that's going to tell us what we really think.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Yes.
So you can keep getting all our fun material here that we're planning to bring you on a regular basis.
And as always, thank you for watching, and hasta la próxima.
Thanks.